back to the Cocco Channel and to another Thoughts on Thursday. As you can tell from the title of this video, today we are talking about the BH Cosmetics and collaboration with ShaaanXO, which if you did not know, she has almost 3 million subscribers, so maybe some of you do know. She is from New Zealand and she's an amazing, talented YouTuber. I have been watching her probably for about, I want to say like 2 years. I really enjoy her. She's very talented, but she's like very soft-spoken, but she's like still kind of funny at the same time. I don't know, I really like her. So this is, like I said, with BH Cosmetics. So this palette retails for $14.50, and there are tons of coupons out there if you want to look, because sometimes like shipping gets a little crazy, and right now BH Cosmetics has an ad saying that buy one get one 60% off using the coupon code BOGO is going on. So if you wanted to check out some other things like the Carly Bible palette, I know they have. Also, I did a review and swatch video on the Pride and Prejudice and Zombies palette. So if you missed that, I'll link it down below in case you wanted to pick that one up in conjunction with this one. But let's go ahead and get started with this. So this palette is definitely one of a kind. It is double-sided. So on one side you have 9 eyeshadows, and then on the other side you have 9 lip colors that are in pans. I am wearing a lip color from this palette and my eyes are done with this palette, so we're gonna go ahead and get into some swatches and then I'll give you a review. So let me take my Fitbit off and we'll do some swatches. Okay, so we're gonna go row by row instead of swatching all of them at once. So we're gonna start off with the top row, or the right row, the row to the right. So this row has 2 matte colors, one of which is kind of hard to make out because again I'm fair, but it's a buff like beige color, and I do have this color under my brow bone today because I had so much shimmer on. I just wanted to do kind of a matte highlight underneath my brow bone. The next color is a really pretty orange soda kind of color. Again, I feel like this color is kind of popular in palettes right now, and I do have this through my crease. And then the last color is this really pretty kind of mauve color, and it is a shimmer. So let's get up close so you can see. So there are the first 3 colors. Okay, so moving on to this next row, the row in the middle. These are all shimmer colors. So the first one is a really pretty like pink champagne color. The middle one is a bronze, and then the last one is like one of those shade shifters that is in that Manny MUA palette, and also in that Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette. It's like that green, like red to green kind of transformer color. So I have this one on my outer V, and I'll go into the review after the end of it, but these are the middle colors. Okay, moving on to the last row, these 3 right here. Okay, so this one is the color that is all over my lid, and it's like this really pretty rose shimmer. The middle one is a matte brick color, and then the last one is like really confusing. It's almost like it's like a satin, but it's like the darkest as burgundy can go before it like hits black. Like from back here it hits black, it looks black, but up close like you can definitely see there's like a tinge of color to it. Like see how there's like a hint of color to it. It's not quite black. So that is the last row in the palette for eyeshadow. I thought that maybe the BH Cosmetics Pride and Prejudice palette was like a fluke, because if you remember that video, I was telling you guys that it has the most awful scent to it, and unfortunately this one has it too. And so again, I have absolutely no problem like supporting other YouTubers, and I really pride myself on something like that. Like I feel like it's really important to support other YouTubers, because I feel like that karma like comes back to you, you know what I mean? And not that I'm doing it to get something back, but you know what I mean. And also like supporting like small businesses. Like I feel like YouTubers, like that's like your small business, and I just feel like that is so important to support each other if I have the means to. Like I'd rather buy something that has another YouTuber's name on it that I love instead of like mass production kind of things. I don't know, that's just my personal thing. And so I don't have any problem like supporting Shannon but I'm not going to be able to use it again because of the scent. It is very overwhelming to me, and if you're not a subscriber of mine, I always mention things like that because I am a sufferer of migraines, and I have a lot of subscribers that are my friends that suffer from migraines. So I always mention things like scent and, you know what I mean, stuff like that that's going to affect you. So unfortunately, not only that, but these colors are incredibly hard to get pigmentation out of. They swatch beautifully, but once you're putting them on the eyes, I tried my wing gloss brushes, I tried my Morphe brushes, I tried my Luxie Beauty, you know what I mean? Those are like my main brushes that I use, and I cannot tell you how incredibly difficult it was to put this in my outer corner, which is what is like the outer V, like that kind of smoky color, which is like that color that's really popular in palettes that I was telling you. It's like in the Manny MUA palette, it's in that Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette. There's a color like this in my Natasha Denona palette, and it was so hard to get it to blend. I can't even tell you how hard it was to get the color on there and then to get it blended. It was so patchy, and I had to keep going over and over and over it, and there was fallout, you guys, like fallout so bad. So I don't know, I'm just not a fan of the shadows, and the scent just like really bothers me. And so that is my little review on it. If scent isn't a big factor for you, like the rosy color, you know what I mean, you just have to build it up, but it's only $14, you know what I mean? I don't know, I feel like if the scent didn't bother me, I would make it work, you know what I mean? Like I would just work at it. I really would, because it's supporting somebody else and it's not crazy terrible, you know what I mean? It takes a lot of work. It really did take a lot of work. The crease color went in really nice. The rosy color went in really nice. Oh, and I forgot to tell you that the middle one is what I have on my inner corner highlight, and that one went on really nicely. This one, the rose color on my lid, I did have to build up, but the matte orange one was okay, and then this was the biggest pain in the butt. I can't even tell you. So that is my review for the eyeshadows. Let's move on into lips. As you can see, I've only used one, and this is what's on my lips today. And so I'm just gonna start off with swatches. So let's start again with the first row up here. Okay, so this is kind of like your neutral row, these three colors, and I am wearing the middle one on my lips right now. I have to tell you, the consistency of these are kind of weird. It's like almost like a really thick lip gloss, but there's like some pigmentation there. The only thing is, again, it's like really great with swatching, but putting it on your lips is a little bit different. Like this is 2 coats, and while it does like have like your lips but better kind of a look, I don't know. I feel like swatching definitely is like a not misconception, but like it's misleading is what I want to say. So anyways, here are the first 3 on that row. Okay, moving on. Again, like I just broke into these, and the top layer is like mostly like wax, and so you have to like kind of go through that layer to like get to the colors, and they are, I just wiped it off, like it's completely wiped off, and it's staining my fingers, which is kind of terrifying. But anyways, here is the middle row. You have like a deep red, lilac kind of color, and then like this really pretty peach. And the swatches are terrifying. Like it was kind of messy. So there are those, but again, you know what I mean, swatching them, it has like a ton of pigment, but now I'm terrified it's going to stain my hand, so I'm going to try and get this off real quick. Oh yeah, that just stained the ever-loving you know what out of my hand. So that was this color that is staining. Oh good. So again, this dark color just stained my finger again, and this one especially is a completely different consistency than the rest of them. On these ones, like I was telling you, I had to like kind of go around because I could feel that film on the top where it's not quite the pigment yet. This one was like automatic, and it was like much softer, and so I kind of went a little ham with it. But so here's like that dark burgundy again, this neon pink, and then you have like an orange toned red. Well, it's more orange than red, but anyways, those are that. That is the last row for the lip swatches, and I am not a fan of these at all. It was really difficult for me Oh my gosh, that is like staining, you guys. So that's going to be on my hand for the rest of the day. And I can't really scrub it off because I fake tanned yesterday and I don't want to scrub off my fake tan. So that sucks. Anyways, for some reason, well, I know there is a reason. I don't own any lip brushes because I don't depot any of my lipsticks. I don't have pots of lip colors, you know what I mean? Like, I am a liquid lipstick or lipstick kind of gal. I'm not even a big person that wears lip glosses, you know what I mean? So I don't own a lip pencil. I literally had to use, where did that little crappy brush go? I used a itty bitty little eyeliner brush, which is the Morphe M160, like this itty bitty little thing to try and, like, because they were really pigmented when I swatched them, I thought, oh gosh, you know what I mean? Like, there's no way I'm going to be able to put this on with my fingers and have it not look like a child put it on for me. And so I started doing it and I was like, oh, there's not a lot of pigment there, but when I like touched it, I was like, oh, you know what I mean? So I'm just not a fan of these. Again, I just don't think that it's the greatest thing out there, which is so sad to me, and I hate doing negative things. You guys know I do. I really, really hate being a negative person, but this just, I don't know. I feel like the shadows are okay, you know what I mean? But even then, like, I really don't want to say, like, it's not worth the $14 because, you know what I mean? Like, that's so cheap, and it's like one of my favorite YouTubers, and I hate to put something out there that's negative like that. But honestly, like, the shadows, they're all right. You know what I mean? If you were wanting to support a YouTuber and $14 is a really easy way to do that, then, you know what I mean? The shadows are worth $14. Like, I would say that. You know what I mean? For 9 shadows for $14, and you could get it for buy one get one 60% off, you know what I mean? Just for me, the scent, like, I wouldn't have paid $14 for that. So now I know, like, no matter what YouTuber comes out with BH Cosmetics, I'm just not going to be able to support them, which I would love to do, but it doesn't make sense for me because I won't be able to use this again. So again, this is going to have to sit with my Pride and Prejudice and Zombies palette. And that's another thing too, is that the lipsticks smell like it as well. So I can smell it more than I did with the Pride and Prejudice and Zombies palette because it's hard to smell something that's on your eyes, you know what I mean? Just when I was using it, I could smell it and it would start to give me a headache, but now it's directly below my nose. Like, I can smell it. And I don't know what it is that they put in their palettes, like, or their makeup, you know? It's definitely the makeup. It's not like the packaging. It's the makeup that has that scent. So these colors are gorgeous, you know what I mean? They're missing some pigmentation in some of them, and they were kind of patchy. Mostly this one was the worst, but the shimmer colors are so pretty. The matte colors, you know what I mean, had really good pigmentation. It was just this one that I really had a hard time with. Everything else showed up, and you can build it up, which is really easy to do, you know what I mean? But this one, it was just horrible. It was patchy, and I had to keep building it up, but I had like a ton of fallout, which doesn't really make sense. Usually fallout is like your really pigmented kind of things in my mind, like in my experience anyways. And so I hate to do a negative review, but I just wasn't a fan of it, and the smell is just really bad, and I'm not a fan of lip products being in pots like that. So if that doesn't bother you, then you know what I mean, $14 is a small price to pay to support a YouTuber, and it's, you know what I mean, the colors there and everything, you just have to build it up a little bit. So does that even make sense? I feel like I've been going back and forth, like, it's alright, but it's not that great. It's alright, but it's not that great. It's $14, but it's not worth it. If you want to pay $14, I don't know. The eyeshadows are alright. The eyeshadows, I would say I would pay $14 for if they didn't have that scent. So that's my final opinion. I'm sorry that I am so wishy-washy. I just, like, I'm so terrified of saying something really negative about somebody that I really do like and enjoy watching. So anyways, that is my opinion. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up so I know that you want me to continue doing Thoughts on Thursday. If you have any suggestions or want any reviews, definitely leave them in comments down below, and I would be happy to do them for you. If you are new, hello and welcome. My name is Brittany Cocco, and you are watching the Cocco channel. Please subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you guys in my next video.